Starting our 3-year around-the-world journey first means sailing along the Atlantic coast of Europe. The destination we had been anticipating most was Portugal, but for a few reasons, Portugal wasn't what we expected. And looking back on it, we're considering whether we should have skipped it completely, and whether you should too. If you're new here, I'm Tandia.
I'm August, and this is our boat Lagom.
He's sailed his whole life, and I'm learning as we go.
Not yet.
We're sailing from August's home in Copenhagen, halfway around the world, back to my home in Sydney, exploring more than 30 countries, from Spain to Suriname, from Panama to French Polynesia.
Currently, we're sailing through the Caribbean, visiting unique places in a way you haven't seen before.
In this episode, you'll join us for 3 weeks of sailing along the Iberian coast of Spain and Portugal. From the most beautiful spots we have ever seen, our constant underlying fear of orcas, the way this trip takes its toll on us as a couple. Like, we just had a massive fight, for context. And how nothing is ever as easy as it seems on social media. This was a very eventful couple of weeks. Our first misconception was that Portugal was the destination we needed to rush to. What we didn't realise is that we would end up loving northern Spain the most. Welcome to Vigo. Good morning, you guys. The early morning is just my favourite time to be awake, and it's so easy to do that in this little northwestern part of Spain because they share the same time zone as the rest of Spain, but they should be an hour behind, like they're in line with Portugal. So the sun only comes up at almost 9 a.m. It feels like we're in Denmark. Now these little boats, they come in and they create all these waves. This is gonna wake August up now. His pet peeve is when people do this. So inconsiderate. Speak of the devil.
Bullies.
I was just saying.
Bullies. Catch them.
Yeah. Then he looked right at me. He looked me in the eye and went.
What's his license and registration? It just, why don't you just wait 5 seconds to do that?
Yeah. He came in, did a big doughy, and then left.
Ugh.
Oh my god, I did not see that. I nearly kicked it. Hey guys. I kicked you in the water. So I just shove it in.
Yeah.
And then I attach this to myself. And now I pull this.
Lever down first.
Oh, like this?
Yeah. That's good thing we bought such a good engine.
Whoa. Okay, muscles. Oh my god. We spent the next few days exploring all the beaches and bays that Vigo had to offer with our friend Georgie, who'd come all the way from Australia.
Hi guys. I've been captured, please send help.
This one feels good. This one feels good.
This one feels good.
Good morning, people. We are just about to head out of Vigo, out to one of these crazy islands. It's not that far, it's about 5-6 miles. We're just gonna motor out there, go for a hike, and then we're gonna head further south.
Just takes the pressure off the anchor, you know? Sometimes we all need a little pressure taken on Barry. Oh my god, this is heaven.
They're stranded on a desert island. Little do they know, only one will survive.
We can hear you.
It's a duct tree.
This tree's got no pants on.
Where your pants at?
Put your pants back on.
That's good. This is perfect.
And so we crossed over from Spain to Portugal. We are divorcing Espanol and we are wedding Portugal. Here, the coast changes from having lots of little inlet to a straight line of cliffs and beaches. This meant that there would be fewer safe harbours and anchorages, and we were now well and truly into orca territory, meaning that we couldn't sail at more than 20 metres depth or after sunset. And whilst there's very little you can do to prevent orca attacks, we still checked Orca PT daily, where sites and attacks are marked, and we also joined a live Telegram group, although this just seemed to add more stress than help. We made it safely to our next destination. No orca attacks reported this time round. Although I did join the Orca PT chat, which is a fear-mongering chat full of scared little wieners. Full of conspiracy theorists.
I think it's him.
Oh, hello! How are you feeling about the whole orca situation?
Good, fine. I mean,
Why would I be fazed by that?
there's nothing there's nothing we can do about it. The chances are so low.
Do you think we can manifest them away?
Hi guys, thanks for tuning into my first video on my YouTube channel where I report about what it's really like sailing with August and Tandy. Hi guys, it's me. They've let me out of the cabin today. I'm really excited. I'm gonna get to watch my first...
Shut up! You've spoken enough. Quick, get the chlorine.
Do you mean the chlorophyll?
He's serious at a time of 3 minutes and 50 seconds.
Why? Hi guys, welcome back to this factual vlog. Today
Hey Siri. Hey Siri.
it's quite daunting that you could just really start editing together whatever you wanted with this footage. Hey guys, so you might be wondering what the division of labour on this ship is. Hey guys, you might be wondering what it's like to be a throuple at sea. Hey guys.
Do you want lemon on yours?
Yeah.
Do you want pesto? Come up here.
Okay. If I'm allowed.
Does anyone else want a knife?
I think I need to, but thanks for asking. I really appreciate it when you ask me how I feel about things. Hey guys, you might be wondering if they have to feed me or not. They don't.
One thing that definitely lived up to our expectations was the food. Welcome to Porto. Ooh! What do you think of all the stuff?
I think it's knicker.
Can we get some nickety knackers for the boat?
No, we don't even have room for our normal things. Maybe if we get a catamaran.
We had a list of dishes we wanted to try today, which meant a couple of long lunchtime lines, starting with the Portuguese tradition of grilled chicken. Next up was this questionable looking burger known as a bifana. Now whilst it may look soggy, it's very soggy.
Oh, it's very wet.
It was in fact delicious,
You're gonna love the
and I would highly recommend. Wash this down with a couple of pastel de natas, a nap in the park, and a sunset cocktail overlooking the city, and you've got yourself a full day itinerary.
So, me and the girls.
Hi guys, they've actually bought me a drink today and let me out of the house. I'm really thrilled. It's like a big beefy animal, but it's actually a chicken. Think like big cow and then this.
Who's giving it?
This is another chicken, but it's not a chicken, it's a different one.
It's a chicken.
No, the other chicken.
Your other favorite animal?
The chicken that's not a chicken but also lays eggs.
We put these in our bolognese recently.
It's a legume.
Little round things.
Rowan Atkinson also plays a character.
Beans!
Yeah!
What were we?
I don't know, I guess this is a lifestyle now, and it has to be, like you say, it has to be sustainable and it has to be realistic, but it just feels like we're on holiday. Yeah. It's just been an unfair balance of responsibility for you.
It's difficult being in charge and alone. I don't see a way that you can be in charge and still be the one that brings all the
positive and fun to any group. No one is going to applaud the fact that I say that we have to leave at 3 p.m. tomorrow.
Yeah.
That I'm the one who sets the boring deadlines and lists of things we have to do. The only way you can avoid fixing things is to prep them. And 9 out of 10 things that I suggest are preventative. The reason why we leave today is not because it's necessarily amazing sailing weather, but that's because it's going to be really bad in 10 days. And if we're not moving, we won't get there. Yeah. Most of these things are like, it's like telling your kid to brush their teeth. It's hard because there are no consequences of not brushing your teeth for the first 5 years. But then when you're 40 and your teeth fall out, you're like, maybe I should have done that. But that goes for almost everything we have to do on the boat.
Yeah, I don't have the understanding and the foresight that you have.
You just don't have the experience.
Yeah.
It's not that you don't, like, you get it. When you think about it, you get it. But if you haven't been...
It's not integrated into my thinking yet. I have found it hard being new to the reality of the wind makes all of your decisions for you. It's hard when you get to a new place and it's amazing and there's so much to do, but you can't do half of it because there's a weather window tomorrow afternoon and it means you have to leave. And that can be really frustrating. It feels like missing out on the point of doing all of it sometimes for me. And that's also an expectation versus reality thing. I thought, okay, this is going to be the most freeing lifestyle. And in many ways we are so free in the ways that you don't necessarily feel free in a normal life, but you're also constrained in ways that you were never constrained in the life you had before. And I found it really frustrating, which has kind of been unfair because I've been getting really frustrated and resentful towards you. And it's caused tension with us because August will say, this is what we need to do. And I will push back and be like, well, I don't want to. Or try and take control of the plan a bit and be like, well, let's just leave tomorrow. And then that railroads a bunch of other things down the line.
Yeah. I mean, sailing isn't like... Depends on, there are a million ways to do it. I think I would just really like to do it in the safest and best way. I want to minimize time where we are frustrated or scared or bored. And that takes a lot of planning. You could also just not plan and just go like day by day, which would also be fun. But I think that you would find that more days than not, you will face adversity just because you didn't plan.
Yeah.
We are coming into Fuerza de la Foz. Fuerza de la Foz. Fuego. What's it called? Figura de la Foz. Figura. Many dolphins? Oh my god, they're everywhere. Oh my goodness. Hello. Ah, there they are. Whoa. What's up, Patty? Oh my god.
Yes, of course, many days do look like this. But it's these sort of things that you don't always see on social media.
And here we have the not so fun part of living on a boat.
Oh, changing the filter in the bathroom after a full day of sailing.
And after a full house of guests.
You should have called me doing it outside. I have to manually with my fingers scrape off all the hair and grime.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Well, I've gotten so used to it now that
Okay.
it's like, it's just nothing. This was very quickly one of my boat jobs because it's something that's simple enough that I can take off August 10.
What is that?
This is a flexi wrench for wrenching circular objects.
But it doesn't look...
I wrap this around the thing
Oh, and you
I
pull it tight.
tighten and loosen it.
Oh, that's clever.
Finding this new balance between work, play, and the constant underlying fear that we could lose our boat every time we sail was tricky on this stretch of coast. Having lots of guests on board makes it easy to forget that we do in fact have to find time to work. Good morning, guys. We've been hopping down the coast a little bit more. We've picked up two of our friends, Noor and Timo, in Porto. August and I have to remind each other quite often that this is not a holiday for us. This is our new life and it has to be sustainable. So today everyone's gone in to explore the town and I've stayed on the boat to do some work at my little desk here. But there's also the days where we just feel a bit grumpy. We get stuck in the boat with cabin fever, or it rains in the places that we've been looking forward to most.
Hi, guys. Please help. Oh my god, they're coming. I got off the boat. They haven't let me out in like a week and a half. They haven't even been feeding me. That's them. Tandy and August, this is what it's really like to sail with them. They keep you locked in the container where the fenders go. Guys,
Morning.
how do you feel today?
Crabby.
We've decided to have Crabby Day on board.
We are going to the market.
We're going to the market and then we're going up to the old town to see the Big Wave Museum. Also, check out this boat.
We're going
Look, I
walkies.
matched the boat. Yellow and blue. Welcome to Nazare. Nazare is home to some of the biggest waves ever ridden. The Nazare Canyon runs from the Azores all the way to the shoreline of Portugal. Reaching depths of over 5 kilometers, it channels and amplifies long-period swells, creating some of the largest waves on Earth. Unfortunately, there were no waves while we were there, so we had to find other ways to entertain ourselves. Yay! Are you having fun?
Do you love it?
Do a flip or something cool already! Are you having fun? We're expecting to have some big waves, big wave, giant tsunami waves coming in, but apparently it only happens like 4 times a year. The harbour here is apparently the safest harbour on the Portuguese coast, despite the big wave. People often have a misconception that they won't be able to get in because it's Nazare, because the way that the waves have to be coming from a certain angle and the way that they break means that they always run north and the harbour is south of the waves. So even when it's 100-foot swell, which is just insane to even imagine, the harbour is still like a lake in here, which is crazy. We just had quite an admin-y day. I did a lot of editing, August did a lot of knick-knackering. What did you do today?
Everything.
What were you doing?
I cleaned, I vacuumed, I fixed.
Cleaned? The boat is such a mess.
No, cleaned.
Not tidy.
Not tidy.
Clean. Oh yeah, you cleaned the bathrooms.
And I put laundry on and out. And I put the new shower head in.
You fixed the vacuum. And you cooked dinner.
Yeah.
And I uploaded a video. Anyway, speaking of surfing, let's roll into part 5. When I thought of sailing the coast of Portugal, the first thing that came to my mind was surf. Surf, surf, surf. Yes, a couple of the harbours we stopped in were surf towns, but that didn't necessarily make it any easier. In Viana de Cabedelo, we arrived at sunset, and it was calm enough to anchor behind the break. However, when the tide changed in the morning, we were forced to go into the harbour, and it was very difficult to get to the beach from there. We decided taking the dinghy was the best option, even though the tide nearly ended up sweeping her away multiple times.
I just don't know if it gets any better down there.
That boat's fine.
In Peniche, it was a similar story. Long trip by land and what seemed like a relatively easy trip by water. I'm trying to decide if I bring the mini mal or the fish. Okay, now a small, maybe not so small flaw of mine is that I can sometimes default to a we'll just figure it out as we go attitude, rather than just sitting down for 10 minutes to make an actual plan. So it seemed simple enough to me that we could just dinghy or stand-up paddle over to the other side of this beach wall. I mean, look how close they are. We can't be bothered to get the dinghy off the bow just to take it over to this little surf break, so we're gonna pump up the sup and trail the surfboard behind us and just paddle over. So much easier. So I spent all my mental energy getting the surfboard ready and the waterproof backpack sorted, and what I didn't check is how we would actually get from here to here. Apparently, you can't. Oh my gosh.
It's been a while.
It's a bit wobbly. I'll sit and then we can tie the board to the back strap. Oh yeah. This is so funny. Whoa. The beach is over this seawall. There's a massive fishing boat coming. Oh my god. Go. Faster, 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 faster. Oh, still got the board. Yeah.
So we're just going right across onto the...
Yeah. And it was in this very moment that Tandia realized that she did in fact not have a plan. just had such a fun surf. I haven't surfed basically in 3 years since I was in Australia, and I was a bit nervous because the wave looks quite big here, but it was actually so fun. I had 2 really, really fun ones. Waves that felt like, oh yeah, okay, I still know how to do this. Getting up and it just happens naturally. Muscle memory kicks in. It's a pretty small lineup here, a very packed group, and all guys. I was the only girl. And I feel like whenever I am the only girl paddling out, you sort of have to prove yourself so that the guys won't drop in on you every single wave. And I got out there and I just caught 2 fun ones straight away back to back, and it just felt so good to be like, yep, I belong here. I deserve a place in this lineup. I still got dropped in on a little bit, but yeah, so there's nothing quite like that feeling. I was so stoked.
A few moments later.
We are just having a look at the weather forecast. We were originally thinking we were going to be in Peniche for at least 2 nights, but the wind is a temperamental thing, and she likes to change her mind every 6 hours.
Okay, so the original plan was to leave on Sunday.
Today being
Friday.
Yeah.
But it seems like there's a bit of wind now, and I'm just trying to check. It's sort of on the bow and not a lot of it. But if we wait till tomorrow or Sunday, it's going to be dead run in like 4 knots and 3 meters swell. And that's horrible.
Yesterday was a really horrible day of motoring in similar sort of conditions, and it was not fun, and we hate motoring in massive swell and no wind, so we're furling it away again. Trying to avoid having to do that again.
So I'm just checking if forecast numbers are anywhere close to what we're seeing right now. This says a TVA of 245 and this says 240 and 8 knots. So if we go to tables and summary, we can see that it will take us anywhere between 5.5 and 7 hours. And this one is including a bit of motoring when the wind is down and in the face, because we can't tack with the Genoa, which is fine.
These are different.
These are the different weather models.
Ah, okay, so it compares all of them. Okay.
Yeah, it takes into account 8 different weather models. It's more the fact that it's going to be super uncomfortable because the swell is rising a bit, and that and no wind is just horrible.
Yeah.
Because here we're going to be heeling a tiny bit, but we're going to go upwind. The wave's going to come from sort of behind, which is going to be interesting. But the fact that we have power in the sails means that the riding moment keeps us steady in this direction. We're going to go up and down, but we're not going to go like...
Yeah, which was what was so uncomfortable yesterday.
Yeah.
Hey guys, I'm just having a quick look around Peniche because we've made this last minute decision to move on today, and it does feel a bit sad. Of all the places along the coast, I was really looking forward to spending some time here, but I'm still adjusting to this whole thing of not being able to make a plan and always having to be in tune with what the wind is doing. Leaving today, we're probably going to have a week in Lisbon, where yesterday we didn't think we were going to be able to make it to Lisbon at all, and we were trying to make alternative plans, and now overnight we're no longer staying here for 3 nights and we're going to have a week in Lisbon. So it's just, you can't make a plan about your day or how you're going to spend your week or when you're going to do what day you're going to work and what day you're going to do this and that, because it just constantly changes. And I have so much respect for August and how much behind the scenes planning and thinking is going on for him, because he's constantly looking at weather models and comparing routes. I'm trying to be more flexible and more adaptable and not be hung up over the fact that we can't do what we originally wanted to. It does feel really sad. I would happily have stayed in this town for a week, but I'm slowly learning. Yeah. Join us in our next video, where we get to see a part of Portugal that we didn't think we would make it to, and we get ready to sail to the Canary Islands, our final stop in Europe before crossing the Atlantic Ocean. For day-to-day live updates, you can find us on Instagram, and if you'd like to see an extended version of this video, you can find us on Patreon. But wait, before you go, the video's not over. Bloopers in 3, 2, 1. Hey, you might be wondering how I got here. Boy, do I have a story for you. Around the world to Sydney, my home, over the next 3 years. We'll do it as a conversation.
Okay.
If you're new here, I'm Tandia.
I'm August. That's weird.
You say,
I'm August. Oh, I'm saying the rest of it.
Yeah. Okay. If you're new here, I'm Tandia.
And I'm August. What?
Sorry. You're really doing a good TV presenter voice now. And we made some down because it's boring. We made some dinner. Isn't that exciting?
We live
I don't know what
on
to
a
say.
sailboat. We cook on a sailboat. We pee on the yeah, look.
Cornflakes.
My favorite.
And we're back on our own again.
Can't wait for the Caribbean.
What do you like?
Everyone just says how insanely beautiful it is.
Yeah.